If the band was Radiohead, we would be Pablo Honey or something.
Maak kennis met Kiwi Jr. Een Canadese band die excelleert in luchtige rockliedjes die klinken als de jaren 90, maar overduidelijk gaan over hier en nu. Jeremy, Mike, Brohan en Brian groeiden samen op het afgelegen Prince Edward Island. Maar begonnen Kiwi Jr. pas na jaren samenleven in Toronto. Die stad speelt dan ook een grote rol op Cooler Returns. Het tweede album van de band dat als geen ander de rare tijd van nu weet te vangen.
I think it's nice to write about your town that you live in. I think that most people do it, whether or not they are explicit about it, as literally saying landmarks in their songs, like CN Tower and Honestad, Dufferin Mall, and things like that.
You take a photo of the CN Tower, you take another of the Honestad sign.
I mean, I could write some song about kind of a depressing mall in my neighborhood, or I could just come out and say Dufferin Mall. The people that listen to the album who get it, and the people that don't can Google it and they'll get it.
Naast hun omgeving speelt natuurlijk ook de weirde tijd van nu een grote rol. De jaren 20, die volgens de band doen denken aan de terrible 20s van de vorige eeuw.
In a lot of F. Scott Fitzgerald's really early short stories and books, which were the other, like 100 years ago in the other 20s, he really makes a point to talk about how the 20s are going to be different because they're coming out of the war. And you've got this new post-war generation looking to start fresh. What he didn't know when he was writing things like Great Gatsby and other stories is that the Great Depression was like right about to hit. And so you can kind of look at that as like a weird time capsule. I think that this is a terrible time in history for a bunch of reasons. It's also a great time in history for, a bunch of reasons. It is a worthwhile time to really plant your feet in and say that this is 2021, this is what we're trying to do. Who knows what's going to happen next year, but in 2021, these are the kind of details that I'm noticing in my life and that I see around me. So I really did want to kind of make a mark on the record that says this is a 2020-2021 album.
Het afgelopen jaar was natuurlijk niet het leukste jaar ooit, maar van neerslachtigheid in de muziek is weinig te horen. Wel zorgde de lockdown voor een nieuwe sound.
It's rock music and you can follow the line of all the good rock albums. They're all really rooted in the same sort of get up and dance vibe. Everything that we do is to have fun with. We're not the kind of band that wants to play a live show and just have people stand really quietly and stare, like a Radiohead album or something. New Radiohead. If the band was Radiohead, we would be Pablo Honey or something. This record, most of the songs we've not played live ever. This record meaning the new one, Cooler Returns. So going into the studio to try to record them was a very different process than Football Money. Because we didn't have that full band live, road-tested arrangements and sounds to fall back on. So there's a little bit more variation in instrumentation and arrangement and who plays what, things like that.
Hoe Kiwi Jr. al die extra piano en mondharmonica na corona live op gaat vangen, weten ze nog niet zo goed.
I'd probably get a piano player, because there's a lot of piano on the album. Brian doesn't like it. No good, bro.
No. I think it's nice to have that stuff in the record. I don't want a piano player live.
What about two drummers?
You should just get a drum machine.
What do you do?
You can just do the worm on stage.
Yeah, exactly.